Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a special edition of the Weed Cap. And I say it's a special edition because it's kind of just a little bonus episode for a movie that we watched throughout the week. Because
For fun.
Just for funsies. Also, we got new microphones today. You may have noticed that our past couple episodes there was like this hollow banging sound. It turns out because we had freaky ass diddy ass fucking ASMR microphones. These are podcast microphones, so it's also an audio test here. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Weed Cap. I'm your host Caleb. With me as always is my annoyed fiance Lauren, because I've been trying to figure out these microphones they weren't working in the audio interface that we use. So Lauren, why don't you tell the folks at home how annoyed you are?
Quite annoyed.
Quite annoyed. You can't be that annoyed though, because we're going to the theater tomorrow.
I'm really excited for that.
I'm very excited. We're going with Lauren's parents.
Double date.
Because that's who we hang out with.
Double date.
Double date with your parents, and we're going to see a movie. We're going to be dropping. Let's just tell the people. I mean, what does it matter?
You're right.
We're gonna. I've never seen Beetlejuice before. We're gonna watch Beetlejuice 1 tonight. We're going to see Beetlejuice 2 tomorrow, which I've also obviously never fucking seen.
Right, me either.
And yeah, Lauren's never seen it either.
I love Beetlejuice though. I'm very excited. That's like my favorite. Not my favorite, but one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, it came out in 1988, which is the year that my mother graduated high school.
Oh, mazel.
Yeah. So anyways, guys, the movie that we watched this week, now we tried to record an episode
like right after we watched it,
as soon as it was over, but that audio issue we were having with the old microphones, which were cheap ass microphones, by the way. These are Audio Technica. These are like legitimate podcast microphones.
Pretty nice.
Came on some janky ass fucking stands,
don't recommend
though.
the stands though.
Yeah, I think whoever wrote this stupid fucking movie made these stands.
Okay, this was not a movie that was stupid. It
was
a indie movie. You had to have a certain mindset, I feel like, to watch it.
I'm gonna just sum this movie up right now.
Okay. Well, did you even tell them what it was?
No, people are gonna know when I say.
No, they're not.
Beaver from Veronica Mars takes advantage of and has sexual intercourse with a special needs girl. And it's somehow lauded as a critical success, an art film. It went to Sundance and people were like, oh, this is a great movie. It made $22,000. The entire movie is him grooming a special person. By the way, number one, this is a podcast about personal growth. I am not saying the R word anymore.
Thank you.
I am not saying the R word anymore. And I made a promise to my crows. I made a promise to Edgar.
Edgar said, please, you're being offensive to my people.
Oh, Edgar just passed me a note here.
What does it say?
It says you're retarded. Oh, there I am. Oh, just kidding. No, actually, I actually have a special episode planned. Edgar, if you're new to the show, Edgar is the crow that I've formed a bond with, who now produces our show. He passes me notes while we're doing it. He's an alcoholic. Mm-hmm. He's a vulgar.
I think he was gone for a little bit. Wasn't he trying to like get with some lady and he was following her to a different state or no?
Mm-hmm. Sure. Yeah. He flew above her car for hundreds of miles.
No, like a crow lady. He's got to get it on sometimes.
Yeah. Do birds have sex?
Yeah. How do you think they reproduce? How do you think they make bird babies and eggs and stuff? What do you mean?
True.
What do you mean?
Well,
what do you mean? Do birds have sex? We saw 2 birds having sex on our walk like not too long ago. Or was that squirrels?
That was squirrels, and they didn't stop. I had to break them up. Thought she was getting hurt the way she was screaming.
She was screaming.
Dude, he had a fucking acorn in his mouth, and she had a nut in her, and it was
all right.
It sounded
like...
That's
nature. That's nature for you, baby.
So natural.
Okay.
So natural. And, it sounded like a violent crime.
Anyway, you never introduced the movie.
Well, I don't understand... Oh, the movie's Dinner in America, where Beaver from Veronica Mars exploits, takes advantage of, and then has sexual intercourse with a...
It's consensual, by the way.
She can't consent. She's obviously special.
You keep saying that, but I just don't think that that's true. There must be a law or something. Like, she clearly wants it. Watch the movie, guys. Watch the movie.
She clearly wants it. That first of all...
She's writing love letters to this man.
Yeah.
She doesn't know it's him.
I didn't say she couldn't read or write.
I'm not implying she's illiterate. I'm saying
Beaver,
she wants it too.
Fucking Beaver here, or what's his name? Beaver.
No, his name in the movie is like...
No. Yeah, in Veronica Mars, he was Beaver.
Honey, I didn't watch Veronica Mars. That was your show. You liked that show. I've never watched it. I couldn't tell you.
You've never seen Veronica Mars?
Never seen Veronica Mars. I know you had like a little boner for it back in the day.
A little boner for it? What? Why does it have to be that? Why can't it just be that?
When you have like a fascination, a liking for it.
She solved mysteries. It was like a Scooby-Doo.
Was she a ghost hunter?
No, I would never watch that.
No, I know that, but that's why I'm
confused. She solved crimes.
Her name was Veronica. Who was it? Who played it?
The lady who's married to Dax Shepard. I can never imagine. Is she Kristen Dunst or Kristen Bell?
I don't think she's either.
Well, she's somebody, and
that lady voiced one of the cartoons in Frozen. I know that.
Okay, so
anyway,
I just logistically I don't understand how birds fuck. It's doggy style.
You're back to this. Of course, all animals are pretty much doggy style.
Right, but they have that.
They're not doing missionary.
But they have those long feathers. They get folded up.
Honey, what are you talking about?
Birds have feathers that go down way past their ass. That seem to me as if they would prevent.
Gosh, no, the lady bird is like sticking up, like the feathers are up in the air.
Oh, brown
ass up.
Brown chicken, brown cow. Face, beak down, ass up.
Correct.
That's how Edgar likes to fuck. Oh, he just passed me a note here. He said that he prefers reverse cowbird.
I didn't know they had special interests.
Yes. He's actually attracted to the feathers. Those feathers. So, anyways, in the movie, it opens. I'm just gonna go through the synopsis here because we watched it the other night.
Yeah.
And
all I remember is that weird song from it.
Well, he's having a medical test done.
Oh, yeah, he's like getting money from testing out shit.
A medical study, and he's drooling, and he looks over, and a woman is finger fucking a piece of brisket, which I didn't understand until I recently had Chipotle's new honey brisket for the first time, and
you finger fuck that?
I'll do whatever to that. That shit's so good.
It was like roast beef, I'd say, that she was finger fucking in the movie.
It looked like brisket to me, like it had a little smoke ring.
I think you just have brisket on the mind.
It's possible. So his name's Simon, and he meets a girl named Beth, and it does say that he meets her. You were trying to tell me that he knew her?
I didn't know.
No, he meets her at the clinical trial, and she takes him home where... It's kind of implied that it might be Thanksgiving because there's a turkey on the table.
It's like a really big dinner, but she says it's just Sunday dinner, and she also says that her mom does it big.
Yeah,
so it's like, she does.
So he brings her back there. It's awkward.
She wants to fuck him.
Yeah, she says, I'll blow you if you come to dinner, and he was like, oh, okay.
Can't pass that up. But for some reason, when he gets there, he like puts... He puts gasoline in the front of the house.
Yeah, well, hold on, because he wants to bang the mom.
That's after he puts the gasoline.
Okay.
Like, I don't know whether it was planned or not.
So, yeah, and then, meanwhile, Patty, who's the special girl, she's getting bullied by some dudes in a tracksuit.
Who also are, like, kind of flirting with her? Like, do they want to fuck her?
Well, I mean...
That's kind of... Because at one point in the movie later on... She does offer it up for them, and they're like, "Oh shit!" Like I think their characters are just meant to be like horny, but they're not in high school.
Do you
she's 20 years old.
Let me ask you a question. Do you sympathize with this movie because you regularly have sex with a special needs person, which would be me?
What?
Is that why you're like, no, like he can get to, yeah.
No, what are you saying?
Why is your voice going up?
What are you saying?
I'm saying that.
Why would you even say that?
It's been implied by you.
Who?
Hold on.
What?
It's been implied by you. It's been implied by quite a bit of my friends and my mother.
Oh, gosh.
That I have some quirks. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, we've got them. We've all got them.
I don't like to go into grocery stores in the state of Maryland. I like to go to Pennsylvania. I can go in a grocery store in Pennsylvania. I have some weird things.
Yeah, but we just call them quirks.
Yeah, well, that's what they are. They're quirks, but she's pretty fucking quirky herself. Now,
No, this is a different level of quirky because this girl.
Thank you for proving my point. She's
different because you've never gotten a fight at the dinner table with your parents and screamed, then gone back into your bedroom, at least as far as I know, gone back into your bedroom, listen to heavy metal, jump around in your room, then masturbate. By the way, and then take a Polaroid picture of yourself as you're coming.
So,
because that's what this girl did in this movie. And that was one of the first, 10 minutes of this movie. I was shocked. I was like, what?
I'm going to tell you right now, you take the Polaroid out of the equation, I've done that maybe 15 times in my life. And it's not heavy metal, it's punk music. And I would put on the Very Proud of You album by early AFI before they were all...
God, yeah.
Oh,
you loved AFI.
Still do. The first 4 albums are outstanding. And sometimes I'd crank one out with my Walkman on.
What?
Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, you know what? I don't know. You're not... It's not... you're not building a good case for yourself. I don't know what to say.
The way that you were like, you've never gone and listened to heavy metal music and then jerk. Yes, I have.
We're learning a lot about each other on this podcast. And we've been together for quite some time. Although I guess,
decade, yeah.
Almost a decade. Come on.
Yeah. Almost, yeah.
Almost. Mm-hmm. Whatever.
I did have a Polaroid camera, but it never struck me to take photos.
Okay, well, she takes the pictures and she sends them to the lead singer of the band that she's listening to. So in a way, I guess it's not that weird. It's just like an extreme fangirl situation.
The lead singer of the band constantly wears a ski mask.
No one knows what he looks like.
Because he's in it's like a power noise band. It's so stupid.
It's one of those rebel against the man and the government and whatever. I think that's why he sets the people's house on fire.
Genuinely,
after he fucks the guy.
Genuinely not a lot of... so he burns the first girl's house down.
Yeah,
then
poor Beth.
He needs somewhere to go because the cops are looking for him. And he runs into this girl, Patty, the special needs girl, who, by the way, is covered in dog shit because she works at a pet store and she's just wearing a smock full of shit. And he's mean to her.
He thinks it's chocolate.
Yeah. He's really rude to her throughout the entire movie. He's bossing her around, being rude to her, and she is so special. I gotta work on that.
I would think that I wouldn't even call her special. She's oblivious.
Yeah.
She's stupid.
Yeah, she's well.
Well, I mean, I guess that sometimes because mentally ill people literally can't learn. I don't
mentally ill.
Oh, I'm sorry, mentally challenged. Well, mentally ill people.
You don't think they can learn?
No, it depends on the level of...
You think they're born knowing how to tie their shoes?
Honey, that's not... You're misinterpreting.
Trick question, they don't tie their shoes, they're Velcro. Boom.
You would know. You got the
time to go out.
Shoes. You got the New Balances.
Okay, first of all...
No, you got Nikes.
I do have Nikes now. I got Nike SB skate shoes.
And they tie.
Which I normally wear because I got flat feet. But... I did have a pair of white New Balances, and they were pretty... I always felt super self-conscious in them, because I felt... Why? Because, well, you didn't go to a normal high school, but...
No, I didn't.
The high school that I went to, which was normal, where people don't have to wear uniforms or attend church or anything like that.
Right, yeah.
We just had bring your tractor to school day, and we sheared sheep in the cafeteria.
Right, normal.
So, the school that I went to... all of the white New Balance kids, they all walked on the tips of their toes.
Did they have rolling backpacks?
No.
Oh, I was just curious.
No, the floors at my high school could not have handled that.
No? Did you have any rolling backpack kids in high school?
No, I think they were prohibited.
My God.
You know what I wore? Because I was
you were a skater boy.
I had a messenger bag.
No,
that I slung across. I will show you a picture right now.
What a hipster.
I didn't wear a backpack.
I think I had a messenger bag for a period of time in high school.
I refused to wear a motherfucking backpack. I hated it.
I'm surprised you didn't just carry your books around.
Well, no, because I had binders and shit.
Oh.
Yeah. Also, a lot of times...
He was a real party boy.
I had some marijuana that I would buy, and you had to have a bag to put that in. You don't want that stanking up.
You were just carrying weed around school?
That's where I bought it. I bought it at school.
Yeah, but then why wouldn't you just put it in your locker or something?
I don't know, but to be honest with you...
Is it because of the drug dogs?
No, but I didn't want it in my life. I wanted it on me, so if somebody found it, I knew about it. I didn't want to sit in class and have the anxiety.
Oh, that makes sense.
Of like,
that's probably why you never got caught. Because when the drug dogs come, they don't come and search like each individual person. They come and they search the cars and shit.
Dude, I remember when I went to because I went to my high school, but I also went to a vocational school for 2 years. And one of the kids that I went to the vocational center with, he one time brought a bong to school in his backpack, and like it reeked. So he obviously got caught. But the best part is he got in trouble for having the bong in his backpack. They didn't find the gram of sour diesel he had hidden under his dick. Oh. He lifted his dick up, and then, like the spot where your dick and balls meet.
Sure.
It was like a little nickel bag,
and he put it in there.
He draped his dick over his balls with it tucked in between. He got arrested and everything. They never found it, and he was able to smoke a bowl later after his mom picked him up. He was a great guy. He used to sell me Adderall.
Sounds like a great guy. It really sounds like a great guy.
I used to fucking love Adderall. I'd take like 3 of them at a time. I would buy them from him, and I used to take so much Adderall before like this class that I had a different guy for each like day. Like I would be like, Byron, let me get Adderall. Nick, let me get Adderall, and I would take.
Were you not prescribed Adderall?
No.
Oh.
No. What do you mean? I was on Prestique, which was an antidepressant.
Gotcha.
I had Adderall that I bought constantly.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I spent quite a bit of money on Adderall. So they would meet me at the at the tech center. We had water fountains inside of our classes.
Yeah.
So look back at them, and they would wrap them in little pieces of foil. Both of them. I had them trained like dogs.
Oh God.
And they would drop it there, and I would put them in my mouth real quick. I'd take them out of the foil, put them in my mouth, take a sip out of the water fountain, and then wait about 30 minutes. And then I went to computer school, so we would be doing computer networking. We could put headphones on, and I would put on like Chris Webby or Mac Miller, like the kids mixtape, and just when that fucking Adderall hits and you get that rush and you're listening to good music. But then this is what happens afterwards.
Okay.
Your good feeling lasts for like an hour and a half. And then next thing you know, you're listening to Going Through Changes or Talking to Myself by Eminem. And you're like, I gotta stop doing this. Because the thing about taking 3 Adderalls is it feels incredible for like an hour and a half. But then afterwards, you don't eat, so you get a headache. You don't want to drink water, so you get a headache. You're thirsty, but like it makes you nauseous. But then you go home, and next thing you know, it's 6 o'clock in the morning. You've been asleep since 4:30, and all of a sudden, you've got to delete, 400, maybe 500 pictures of Gianna Michaels out of the camera roll of your iPod Touch.
I don't know who Gianna Michaels
You're
is.
not even beaten off. You're just saving the pictures for later because Adderall is like
that?
She's a porn star.
Oh.
Yeah. It was real. This
is very personal. This is like a niche experience.
No, it's very dude, like I would go into school and be like, dude, I saved like so much porn to my fucking iPod Touch, and Byron would be like, dude, I do that all the time.
Why?
Because on Adderall,
you're not getting it? Like you couldn't go find it a time where you needed it?
I don't know. The Adderall,
it
like affects you to the point where you're like, oh, I'm gonna save this for later because it doesn't on that much.
Your day doesn't work.
On that much Adderall, it's like pulling on rope.
Jeez, what's the point?
I don't know. I was a fucking idiot. I don't know. But
I wasn't into that shit in high school. I'm sorry.
No, Lauren was not into that.
Just weed.
Just weed and wearing skirts.
Well, I had to.
Yeah.
Skirts and socks and special shoes.
Yeah. Velcro?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, they had to be like flats.
Flats, okay. Well, hey guys.
Don't know what a flat is.
Back to the movie. The whole point of the movie is that he's taking advantage of the special girl. He
is taking. I mean, he
lives in her house.
Yeah. He pretends to be a missionary so that her parents are like, oh my God, please.
He gets her brother
stay.
Hooked on weed.
But he needed it. He also told her brother that he was adopted when he didn't know.
Yeah, the brother didn't know. Yeah, and then he smokes weed, and they're all good. And then at the end, she finds out that he is the guy that she's been
That she's been writing love notes to. He's the lead singer of the band with the ski mask.
Yep. And then you just gotta talk because I'm gonna.
He is John Q. And basically they do have sex. But like I said, it is consensual. So please don't. I know he keeps saying that they're taking advantage, but like it's consensual. She wants it.
How is it consensual? She can't consent.
She's a 20-year-old.
And he's like a 30-year-old
No, they say when they meet, so you left this part out. When they meet, they say, "Oh yeah, I think you were in my music theory class." That's what Patty says to Simon. And Simon's like, "Oh yeah?" And she's like, "Yeah, somebody threw a stapler at you." And he's like, "Yeah, I don't remember that."
Okay, but here's what I'm going to say.
Okay,
is that he is of sound and able and normal mind. Is he not?
Yeah.
And she's extra quirky. Right?
Yeah, I guess.
And he fucks her.
Yeah, they fuck each other.
No.
They do.
No, they don't. He fucks her. And then it's at Sundance and everybody's like, this movie's so fun. It's so artsy.
No, after they fuck, they make a song together.
Mm-hmm. You want to know what it's called? I
no.
Just fucked a tardu.
That's nice. No.
Yeah.
No.
Edgar, stop.
This movie came out in 2021. How much did it gross?
22.
It was
22. It was an independent film, and it grossed a whopping.
Not a lot of famous people in here.
$22,000.
That's not a lot.
Could buy you a Kia Sportage with this profits of this movie. You know who produced it?
Who?
Ben Stiller.
Nuh-uh. Mm-hmm. You lying.
What do I have?
That's how some of the famous people got in there, because Ben Stiller's like, come on.
What do I have to gain of lying about Ben Stiller?
What was the best song, or what was the most popular song in 2021 when this movie came out?
Most popular song, I had it all pulled up, but I had to restart. It was something that I've never even heard of. Hold on. 01, 21, 2021, on this day.
It came out in January?
Yeah, January 21st, 2021, on this day. Hallelujah. So, on January 21st, 2021... not a lot happened, actually. Okay. Not a lot of cool stuff happened, to be honest with you.
It was the beginning of the year.
And there's no
song?
There's, what the fuck is Britannica? I went to On This Day.
What's Britannica?
I don't know. This episode is really just an audio test. So if you don't enjoy it, please listen to the Falling Down episode or 50 Shades of Grey or anything. Or not Magic this movie Mike. About what is technically like an assault.
No, what? So... Stop. Watch it for yourself and make your own opinion. That's what I'm going to say. That's my last point.
That's your last point. Well, I'm going to make the point that he belongs in prison.
He does get arrested at the end of this movie. Mm-hmm. Are you going to leave that out? He gets arrested not for fucking her, but for his
burning
crimes.
that house down, yeah. And then they get to the station and they're like, who's that girl? And he's like, oh, it's
my music girlfriend.
Yeah, she's a groupie. She's nothing. And he's like, really? Because I saw her eating crayons out back at the pet store the other day because we patrol the alleys. She was hold on, just let me talk. She was covered in shit and eating crayons, and he's like, yeah, that sounds like my Patty. And they're like, that girl's, not all there. So I would hope everything's going good. He's like, yeah, I'm living at her house. Smoke cigarettes in her house. It's the tits, because that's what he says in this movie. He
does say that a lot.
Everything's great, and the cops are like, oh, you're living in her house, huh? He's like, yeah. He's like, well, has it gotten any more than that? Has it gotten physical? He's like, no, God, no, because he knows that it's not. It would never be good to admit to that. Mm-hmm. He feels like he has to lie about it, and the cops they start pressing him, and they bring him like a Whopper or something, which is what they do to get people to talk. They bring him like a Whopper meal, double Whopper with cheese and a Coke slushie. And he's like, yeah, it's got physical a couple times, Yeah, every once in a while, I'll pop a finger in. And we listen to, he's like, we put on heavy metal, she turns into a raging nympho. Mm-hmm. And then you know what they do? They add like 5 felony charges, and he goes to federal prison. Because that's what this guy has done. I used to work with a guy, I told you this. I worked with a guy who did something very similar to this, and he went to federal prison for like 5 years. Do you know exactly who I'm talking to?
Because the person who he did it to did not want that.
Was
Did
special.
not consent, and someone reported him.
Okay.
No one reported this character in this movie.
I would like to. I'd like to report it. So,
I mean, they reported him for his other crimes of arson and whatever.
guys, we hope the audio's been good for this episode. We've got
We
chicken.
gotta go. We got shawarma in the oven.
Chicken shawarma in the oven that we're having an ethnic night here at the Condo Castle.
Yes.
And we gotta go get Edgar something good.
Some crackers.
Crackers?
I don't know. I don't know what
He
the
told
hell
me he
Pro
wanted an
eats.
8-ball.
Oh,
I gotta
wow,
go
don't-
see his guy. He doesn't like to, even though he could fly over and pick it up himself, he refuses to. Just like you refuse to go in the dispensary, and you send me in like a.
You have a special card that gets no tax.
Yep. It says I'm quirky.
I don't have that.
No, it's not. Oh yeah, it is tax. There's just different prices, I think, to be honest with you.
Well,
But
I have to pay tax when I go in there.
anyways, guys, we will see you on Monday. We hope the audio is good on this episode. Please don't. If this is the first.
Don't judge us.
The first episode you're listening to, please go listen to like 50 Shades of Grey or one of the other ones because it's real low energy, and this one's real low energy or Falling Down or literally any of our other episodes other than like The Vagrant or Mac and Me.
Yeah.
And use that as a judge because again, this is just a little audio test, a little bonus episode where we talk about a horrible movie. So
That's a good movie. What do you rate it? What do you rate it?
1 out of 10. 1.
Wow, I give it like a 6.
Yeah,
Maybe
Lauren's
6.5.
that doesn't surprise me because she's a member of a book club, and she just gave Mein Kampf a 7 out of 10. So
I don't even know what that is.
oh my god! All right, guys, this is Caleb. With me, as always, is my German
Stupid,
girlfriend
apparently.
Lauren.
Dumbass bitch girlfriend.
I didn't say that.
Also,
Yeah.
we're fiancéed.
Oh my god, you're right. I'm sorry.
Jeez.
Sorry. Okay. All right, guys. We're gonna drop this now, obviously, because it's just a little bonus ep. We ain't even gonna post about it on Instagram, but we'll see you Monday for a 2-parter. Beetlejuice 1 and 2.
1 and 2.
Bye.
Bye.